hot-hell darkness. Your room is ready, child. Enjoy your stay. Did you know that every Saturday night on the planet Mars, on their main TV channel, ET1, they broadcast a so-called entertainment show called I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Off Earth Before a Great Big Wart Sucks the Life Out of It? Now, what I ask myself is this. What do they know that we don't? This is the Visitors Book, where all the grisly tales of all my wicked guests are written down. Want to see why one of these bad children is down here? This is Jim and Terry's story. I call it the Nuclear Wart. Once upon a time, in a place called Riddlesden Knob, there lived two brothers who fought like cat and mouse. Jim and Terry Ganglion started fights over the silliest things.
You had more mashed potato than me.
Did you just read my comic in the loo?
It's not fair. I wanted to be stung by that nettle first.
Ironically, their father was a peace protester who made Stop the War placards, while their mother was a feng shui expert who believed that life was better with positive energy. Stop it, stop it, stop it! Can't you see that you're creating a negative energy field?
It was his fault.
It doesn't matter whose fault it was. Badness builds up. All this hate and fury has to go somewhere, and I'll tell you where. It's lying in ambush like toxic mud, waiting to slip you up.
It's still his fault.
I give up. Which was a shame, because the following day, she was proved right when Terry decided to make a dressing for the salad.
Your dressing tastes like cat's pee.
Just let him make the dressing if he wants to.
Use sunflower oil or I won't eat it.
It's my recipe. It's my food. Did you see that unprovoked attack?
Olive oil forever.
Missed. Out. The fight moved into the garden, where all of a sudden, Terry got the shock of his life. Ah! I just touched something squidgy.
Where?
Here, look. It's stuck to my hand and is burrowing in with its tentacles.
Get it off then.
I can't. It's sucking stuff out of my veins. Ooh.
Ah! And now it's feeding on me, you idiot!
Ooh. It's still growing. I think it must be a vampire mushroom. Is it just me? Or is it breathing? That night, while the boys fought over which one of them the vampire mushroom preferred... Me!
No, me, because I taste perfect, whereas you taste like something a dog parked on the pavement.
Shut up.
You shut up. No, you shut up. No, you shut up.
Something hungry stirred in the garden. As dawn broke, the mushroom finished feeding and hid behind the curtains. Wakey, wakey, rise and... You remember that bad energy I was talking about? The one I said would infect this house? I think I've just found it. It turned out the bad energy had a name. When the doctor came to give Mrs. Ganglion something to soothe her nerves, she couldn't help but notice it. While I'm writing you a prescription, would you like me to add something to get rid of that wart in the boys' room? Did you say wart?
And not just any old wart. This is a nuclear wart, which is fed and kept alive by badness.
Trevor Rooker from the Daily Scar. Does the wart take its strength from Jim and Terry?
Yes, every time they're bad, it grows. In fact, we guesstimate that if this nuclear wart continues to expand at its current rate, it will destroy the entire planet in less time than it takes to eat a dodo. Jim and Terry were told to stop fighting immediately, but this was easier said than done. The announcement sparked a media frenzy, and irresponsible journalists paid big money to find out which of the bad brothers was baddest. Of course, the brothers were only too glad to demonstrate. Not just at home. I'm the baddest, but in the high street. No, I'm the baddest. And even in a television studio as guests on Jeremy Vile's early morning punch-up show. OK, boys, you can stop now. We're off air. I said you can stop now. I said, oh, forget it. Turn the water cannon on them. In fact, Jim and Terry argued so much that within a week, the nuclear wart was bigger than the house itself. 1 week later, despite Mr. Ganglion's new placard that said, "Stop the wart," it broke free from the house and cast a cold shadow over the entire village. It drifted over a maximum security prison where its roots slithered through the barred windows into the cells. Once it had refueled, it moved on its way again, floating across the country, mining badness wherever it found it. In newspaper offices, in banks, and in the Houses of Parliament. And all the while, it continued to grow at a terrifying rate. Like a thick black cloud swaddling the sky, the nuclear wart brought darkness to the Earth. Is this the end of the world? Don't be stupid. While we've still got my peace placards, there's always a chance that the human race will unite in opposition to the wart. But scientists say that tomorrow it will be bigger than the Earth. What will happen then? Who knows? Still, let's look on the bright side. At least you two have stopped arguing and haven't hit each other in a week. There's not much point anymore. It seems rather selfish that a silly little dispute over oil... Actually, it was silly, wasn't it? Who cares whether a salad dressing's made from olive oil or sunflower? Exactly. Our pointless little argument has led to this nuclear wart. I can't speak for Terry, but I, for one, am very sorry. Me too. And I shouldn't speak for Jim, but after the way we've been getting on recently, I think I can. We wish someone could invent a time machine so that we could go back to a time before the wart and undo all the fighting that we did. Stupid boy! Even though nuclear warts are a reality, time machines still only exist in the pages of science fiction novels. The next morning, when the Earth was completely surrounded and the sun had disappeared, the cold brought people out of their houses to see what was happening. And it was then that the nuclear wart attacked. The wart head split apart, revealing billions of spiked black roots that exploded from its belly towards the ground. There was one for every human being on the planet. They sucked out the badness from the people's hearts and plunged on further into the Earth's crust, through layers of molten rock, down into the Earth's core where the nuclear wart sucked the life out of the planet. After 15 minutes, it was all over. All that was left of Mother Earth was a frazzled black mass spinning through space, leaving only the faintest trail of smoke behind it, like a burnt Yorkshire pudding. So if you are thinking of starting your own wart by fighting tooth and nail with your brother or sister, think again. Wart is hell, and that's a fact.